Today, we're up to the letter G, and I was pretty freaking scared coming into this one, guys, because how do you roof the letter G? Hello YouTube, my name is sezrawrr and welcome back to my alphabet build series in The Sims 4. If you're new to my channel, you haven't seen me before, I suck at building houses. I'm really bad at it. So to make things a little bit more fun for me in building houses, I make silly builds on purpose. They're actually not supposed to be good, but they are supposed to be functional, and I have this alphabet build series on my channel. We have done the letters A, B, C, D, E, and F. Today, we're up to the letter G, and I was pretty freaking scared coming into this one, guys, because how do you roof the letter G? I don't know how you do that. Anyway, I ended up figuring it out. Let me quickly show you the process of building the shell and the roofing and all that stuff, because it was a process. So getting the actual shape of the letter G itself was pretty dang easy. It really didn't take me very long, and even when I was building it here, like, I knew exactly what the floor plan I wanted this to be. And it was coming together really nicely. I'm like, hell yes, that's the easy part done though. So then it comes to like the roofing though. The roofing was a nightmare. So all the straight pieces were super damn easy. You can see I did all the easy parts first because I was like, I have no idea how I'm gonna do the diagonal sections. So I ended up using like the hexagonal pieces? I tried using the normal pieces first. It wasn't gonna work. Ended up using the hexagonal pieces for the curved parts. And it looks kind of strange, not gonna lie. I will show you it in just a second, but in the long run, it ends up kind of making sense. But let me show you the shell in game and the floor plan really quick. So here is the letter G from the top down. So this is what I mean. You can see we've got these hexagonal pieces in like the parts that needed to be diagonal to create the curves of the letter G. They look kind of weird from like ground level. I will show you that in just a second, but let's, while we're here, have a quick look at the floor plan that I ended up doing. I know it's kind of dark, but you're just gonna have to bear with me. So we've got a lot of rooms in here, as you can see. So the front door ends up being over on this diagonal wall. So this is like an entryway, and then over here we've got the lounge room, we've got a common bathroom, and then here is a kid's bedroom, because I thought it'd be super cute to have this be like a kid's room that has like a little playroom in it as well. And then we end up having double doors from here out onto a little patio area. So then coming onto the other side of the letter G from the front door in the entryway, we then come into an open plan dining, bar, and like kitchen area. The kitchen ends up being over here. We've got like a bar here, and then just like a dining, and then a walkway. This ends up being a little laundry, because I was able to make a little laundry starting with the letter G. That's fantastic. And then in here we've got the master suite. There's like a walk-in closet here, and then through to the ensuite bathroom. So that is the floor plan for this house from like normal level. So you see what I mean? We've got like the peaks and like the hexagonal pieces. They look kind of strange. They sit out funkily. It doesn't look the best. It ends up looking all right with how I went about building the rest of this house. I spent a lot of time making the outside look really nice, in my opinion, considering I'm not a builder. I'm not very good at it, so just bear with me because it does actually look better than it looks from here. But there is something I haven't told you yet that I can't believe I haven't told you yet. If you haven't seen any of my alphabet build series before, not only do I build houses in the shapes of these letters, but I also furnish these houses in build and buy mode with items that only start with that same letter of the alphabet. So I could only use wallpaper, windows, doors, flooring, roofing, shingles and stuff that starts with the letter G in the catalog, and I could only use all furniture that starts with the letter G in the catalog as well. It just adds that little bit of an extra challenge to it, a little bit of extra fun, extra flair. It makes me use things that I would never use, and let me tell you guys, there's a few things in this build that I would never normally use in The Sims 4. But let's get into the speed build, and I can tell you a little bit more about what decisions I had to make. And straight away you're gonna see we've come a long way, but I am working on some platforms, and It's the first time I've ever used platforms ever. I've never used them before. And I have platforms coming up to the front door. It makes like this grand like entryway to the front door. And then we've got these platforms coming out down onto the patio from inside the house. We've got these doors that come out onto little platformed patio sections that then step down. So you can see I've already put like the flooring, the wallpaper, the windows, the doors are already in place. All of the furniture, we're putting the essential furniture in. These lights were like the only lights that started with the letter G, so I had to use them everywhere. There was no like ceiling lights that start with the letter G. I don't like using wall lights in The Sims 4. I find it's harder to get natural like even lighting with wall lights in The Sims 4, but you just gotta go with what you gotta go with. So what you're gonna see here is gonna be a lot of me just placing the essential furniture that I'd already found that starts with the letter G and figuring out exactly what the layout of all of these rooms is gonna be, figure out exactly what decorative pieces I'm gonna need, like rugs and lamps and sculptures and things like that, just figuring out what more I'm gonna need to furnish this house. But you might be seeing that some interesting choices had to be made. Like you'll see that in the kids' bedroom, the only single beds that start with the letter G are like the cots, like the camping cots. They start with the letter G. I can't remember exactly what their title is, but they start with the letter G, and that was it for single beds, so I had to use them for the kids' bedroom. And then in the master bedroom, there's like log bed that I freaking hate, starts with the letter G as well. That's just the way that it is. So when I originally came into this build, I had like a vibe in mind because I thought I was going to be able to make this like a garden sanctuary. Like there was going to be a lot of plants that start with the letter G because I thought like grass, I thought like garden, I thought heaps of these plants were going to be starting with the letter G in the catalog, and I was completely wrong. I had to go in a very different direction with this build than I was even expecting. It comes out pretty nicely in the end though, but it just is not what I was expecting at all. Multiple times I was just absolutely stumped throughout this, going, this is just not what I thought that I was going to be doing for this build, but it is what it is and it's totally fine. So the kitchen was another little interesting thing. I tried to do like bar seating at like in the kitchen, like island seating at the kitchen. It just ended up not working. There was just too many seats with the bar that was already there, and then the dining table I wanted to have, there was just so many seats, and so I ended up just half walling the kitchen and have it being like a little walk-in kitchen there. And also again changing the color scheme because I thought it was going to be very white and black is what I originally thought this was going to be, until we got more into the decorating and like the wallpaper that was on the inside, and we had the brown, and I was like, I can't do the white and black then, so that's just the way that it is. I do like this house though. I think it's probably the best house build wise that I've done so far. If you've been following along with this alphabet series, just the use of the platforms straight away is a massive step up for me in my building skills. Like it's this massive step up straight away. It was quite exciting when I figured out that how to use it and how it looked really nice. And then the patio, when I eventually finished decorating on the outside, it looks really, really nice as well. So unfortunately, the bathrooms are a little bit strange because there's really not a lot that start with the letter G. They're functional, but there's not a lot that start with the letter G. So in the ensuite especially, I really wanted to make it look kind of nice. I mean, as nice as you can with the gothic freaking vampires sink. Anyway, it's fine. So I ended up putting these counters behind it, and it just kind of like fills the space more because that's a very large bathroom, and then looks pretty nice as well. So the issue that I had is there was only like 3 rugs that start with the letter G, and one of them was a runner, one of them was like the little like dot that has like stuff coming off it, and then another one was a realm of magic. And so I end up using the runner in multiple different swatches and just line them up in a row so it looks like one, kind of like one cohesive mat. But yeah, I ended up doing that a couple of times in like the common areas. So we're doing the curtains though. I absolutely hate the freaking curtains. The curtains suck, but they're like the only ones that start with the letter G, and you just got to go with it. So then I had like these mirrors, and I knew that I wanted them to look really nice in the bathroom, so putting like the lights above them, I can picture that's actually very similar to what like bathrooms I'm familiar with, having these lights above the mirrors, and that just came together really nicely. So I did that in the common bathroom as well. There's not a whole lot of furniture in the common areas, I apologize. There's also not a whole lot of like decorative stuff I tried my best, but there really wasn't a lot that starts with the letter G. So I tried my best, but there are some spaces in here, and the entryway was incredibly difficult to actually furnish. But that is the end of the speed build. I really showed you like the basics, the bare essentials. I gave you nothing. I showed you as little as I possibly could show you, which makes it really exciting for me to show you the finished product, because you'll get to see the backyard, you'll get to see the patio stepping down onto like the backyard area, and it's really cool. I actually quite like this house. It's definitely one of my favorites that I've built. So let's get into showing you the finished product in The Sims 4. So this is the letter G house from the front, and you're gonna kind of get what I mean by like vibes of like the front door area specifically. I just really like this though. I had to use the gravel roofing, and that is when the vibes for the color scheme changed, because these were the darkest gravel roofing that I could use. And so I was like, well, I can't have a black house and on the inside, a white and black house on the inside. Now it's going to have to be more of this kind of like brownie sandstone kind of color. Thankfully, these bricks were starting with the letter G, because there was some god-awful futuristic wallpaper that I was going to have to use for the outside before I found these ones that start with the letter G. You'll see we've got some trees just lining the side there. And then if we come over this side, there's some more trees lining the side of the house. But I'm just really more impressed with the front door area with this freaking platform. I just think that looks really nice with the columns and having the windows framing the front doors. Like, that's just really nice in my opinion. I'm definitely really impressed with that, but let's get inside and show you this house. So you walk through the front door and you're greeted with double doors that lead out into the backyard. This hanging plant that's right here, I use this a lot because there's not very much that starts with the letter G. It came with the gardening kit. I can't remember what it's called, but the gardening kit is what it came with. It's really cute. Very nice. So then over here we've got double doors. I use double doors. It's a one door, but I've made it into double doors. I use that a lot in this house because it's kind of formal feeling. So this is the entryway though. Like, there's not anything furniture wise, it's all just decor because there was nothing else I could really put in here. So just some grass, which is nice on the inside, but anyway, that's fine. We might go through to the lounge room first. So through these double doors we've got the lounge room here. Interesting vibes. There's a lot of empty spaces, but there's not much I could really do for that. We've got, thank God for the paranormal stuff pack for these seats here. Thank God, because you just wait till you see what I would have had to have used if these didn't start with the letter G. Anyway, we've got a little chess table and a little gaming table there as well. The TV, we've got a little like gramophone kind of thing, like old school retro. And then we've got a little computer here as well in a little study nook. Through this door, we've got the common bathroom. So let's have a quick look at that. So we've got the bath under the windows here, and the mirrors underneath the lighting. That's just the best way that I could do that. And then we've got the shower there. It's pretty basic, not a lot to it. I kind of hate it, honestly. It's pretty bad. Let's get into the kids wing though. I call it the kids wing because it is their own little wing. And how freaking cool does this look? So you come in, you see this door goes outside to the patio area, and then we've got like their chest of drawers, a little computer. The typewriter is so cute from Cottage Living. That's adorable. And then over here, we've got like their sleeping area. We've got a little TV area, and I know you're going to be seeing these camping chairs. This is what I would have had to have used in the lounge room. If those couches and seats from the paranormal stuff pack didn't start with the letter G, I was going to have to use these. I wasn't impressed with that, so I was very much happier with the thought of using them in a kid's room because they're bright colored. You can kind of get away with that kind of thing. It's kind of funky for a kid's room. I know you're seeing these things on the floor. They're a dance floor, and I use them in place of rugs because they look so much freaking better. And then here we have the little sleeping area, the little bunk area for the kids. These beds, they start with the letter G. They're the only single bed that start with the letter G, so I had to go with them, and I figured I may as well go with them in the grey swatch because in the carpet that I had to use, because that's a little extra twist that I've put in this challenge as well. Wherever I can use carpet, I must use carpet. So there was 2 different carpets that started with the letter G, and I had to use both of them. Thankfully, this one is really cute from Eco Lifestyle. I love it. It's the geometric something or other from Eco Lifestyle, and it's really cute. So kind of incorporated the grey from the beds from the grey in the carpet there as well. So I just think this is really nice, and I thought, you know, they like animals and stuff. It's cute. I was gonna say let's go out to the patio. Let's not go out to the patio yet. Let's come back through the rest of the house that we've already seen, and let's make our way into the open plan bar and kitchen and dining area. So let's get in there and have a look. So this is what you see when you walk through the door. So we've got the bar immediately to the right there. We've got a seating area and like nothing, because there was nothing that I could put there. So I'm really sorry that just looks so bare, but that's just the way that it is. And then you can see through to the dining and the kitchen. Let's have a quick little look at the kitchen. So I had to use the little mini fridge from the Discover University pack, because that's the one that started with the letter G. And it kind of just worked though, because I don't know where I would have put a normal sized fridge with the windows being the way that they are. I was able to have those big windows to let some more light in. And this like casserole dish is literally the only decorative thing for the kitchen that starts with the letter G. I unfortunately had to use this freestanding sink, which I've had to use in the last couple of builds. I freaking hate it. I'm going to be so happy to be done with it in the next build, because it starts with the letter G, so I'm not going to have to use it again. Thank goodness that the Snowy Escape stove and oven starts with the letter G, so that's nice. And then over the other side of the half wall, we've got this dining table. It's a bit more formal. It just was really to fill the space and to have somewhere to actually sit and eat. I don't know, it just fills the space. And then up this way, we might have a quick look at the laundry next, because the washing machine, thankfully, starts with the letter G. And this is where I used the other carpet, which is also called the geometric something or other. So I used that in the laundry because I figured I could get away with it in here. So this vacuum cleaner also starts with the letter G, so I was able to use that in here. It's pretty basic. There's really not a whole lot else. There was nothing decorative that I could have really used in here, so very basic. But then we've got the double doors into the master suite. So let's have a look at what's going on in here. And you're greeted immediately with a seating area. I actually kind of like this room in the long run. It's very, very big. And I was not kidding when I said it is a master suite. So we've got like little decorative stuff everywhere. The little seating area, again, thank goodness for these couches and seats that start with the letter G. Thank goodness for them. They've got their own TV. And then over here we've got the bed. These like treasure chests, they were just something that could go there. That's all. I was getting a little bit delirious at that point and just needed to get it finished. So then we've got the log bed and the Realm of Magic rug underneath it. These like bedside tables with the suitcases are literally the only end tables that start with the letter G. There is none others, so I had to use them. Anyway, again, we've got like this like gramophone thing. We've got a little study nook. And then there's the double doors into the walk-in closet. I wish I could have done more with this. I mean, you get the picture. We've got like closets everywhere. Even in the middle there, we've got closets everywhere. I just wish I could have done more with this, was all. There was no like freestanding mirror that started with the letter G, so I couldn't even put like a wall mirror or anything in here, which was a shame. But you definitely get the point that this is supposed to be like a walk-in closet. So it still serves its purpose. It's still functional in that way. And then through to the ensuite bathroom. And this is what I mean. It just looks odd. These gothic sinks, they really threw me off. The fact that we didn't have any sinks that you could make into the counters, that threw me off completely. So just to fill the space, having the cabinets behind them, they're not functional. They just look better than just the two sinks on their own. That's literally the only reason they're there. The lights on top of the mirrors, again, really nice. We've got the shower and the toilet over here and the bath underneath these windows. Again, it is so bare and empty, but there was no decor that I could use. I am really, really sorry for that. So we might come back through. We're going to go into the backyard now, but I'll just quickly show you while we're in the master bedroom. Double doors out onto the patio from there, but we're gonna actually go to the patio from the doors in the entryway. So let's come here. So this is what you see from the front door, and when you walk through this door, this is what you see. So these panels here, these blue panels here, they're actually bubbles. Like if I turn on, they're bubbles. And I just think that that's really freaking cool. I've wanted to use them for ages, and they start with the letter G, so I was able to use them here. I just think that that's a fun little like divider. It's a kind of more private. You can see them when you're looking through this door, but you can't see anything else in the patio when you're looking through the glass panels on this side of the door. So it's kind of like privacy. It's really nice. So then we step down off the patio there, and you'll see we've got a seating area, we've got a little barbecue area, we've got some gardening stuff, some playground stuff for the kids. These two big oak trees, the gnarled oak trees, they're beautiful. Yeah, so this is the patio. I'm actually quite impressed. It's very basic, but I feel like for this kind of style of house, I suppose it would be very basic. I don't think there'd be a lot of outdoor plants. They'd be more focused on having as much grass as possible for their kids to play soccer on. Anyway, it's just really nice, and you'll see what I mean by like the platforms leading up to the double doors, like the step up. It just looks so cute. It was just so perfect to accommodate the hexagonal pieces of the roofing as well, having the columns there and then the platforms underneath. Like, it was just perfect. It's like I did it on purpose, and I didn't do it on purpose. It's just what had to be done. And then this is the door to the children's area here, the kids area here. The door's over there through to the master bedroom. If for some reason you would like to download this and have it in your game, it will be available on the gallery. My gallery ID is sezrawrr, the same way that it's spelt here. The only thing that I will say is, as with all of my alphabet builds, I am filtering through all of the packs that are available in the game. So there's a lot of packs that get used in here. That's just because I'm literally searching for anything that starts with the letter G throughout the entire game. I never actually expect anyone to download these houses into their game. This is literally just for the funny ha-has to watch on YouTube and go, oh look, that's a bit funny, isn't it? But I don't actually expect anyone to download these houses. I am sorry though that it uses so much packs. It's also the most expensive house that we have done in this series so far. 133,000 simoleons. Wow, for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. That's a lot of money. So I'm really sorry for that as well, but you will find it on my gallery. ID is sezrawrr, and it's under the letter G house. You'll also find all of the other houses that I've built there as well. Let's have a quick little cycle through the pictures, and there we go. But guys, that's all I've got for this video of building a house in the shape of the letter G in The Sims 4. It was an interesting time. The next letter though is the letter H, and that one's going to be completely interesting. It's going to be a lot easier for the roofing. It's going to be such a breeze to do the roofing in the letter H, but I don't know what the floor plan's going to be or anything like that. That's going to be really interesting. So if you would like to see that video or any of my other Sims 4 videos coming up, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload so that you don't miss out. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Let me know what you think of my letter G house. That's all I've got for you today, guys. I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!